Konnichiwa, Minagawa. It's Minagawa Ketsuaki. I'm your furry Vtuber and EM40 representative. And this is Disco Elysium. Now, last episode, I got my hand crushed by some kind of racial supremacist nut job. I died. So now I am back to where the dead body is. And instead of putting more points into a skill that I'm not prepared to use, I decided to put a point into perception to try and see what was going on with this palette. If you remember last time, I rolled to try and perceive like what it was. I failed the check, and I only noticed there was a palette. But I decided to put another point into perception, so that I can see better what is going on with this palette, and hopefully I do not fail the check. I'm not getting any sound. Okay, there we go. There is sound going. It's just very, very quiet. Maybe if I turn it up like a little bit, because there is some like fire crackling. I can turn it up for this game. That's fine. All right. Let's not fail the check this time. Medium. This is a white check. You may retry it.
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Gain experience.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Alright. Okay. Open the door. It might be a tool for which we can cut down the body. I wasn't really expecting that, but... An empty tool of Magnesolum magnesium supplement. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. That's called a super cure. Hey Jacob, how are you? Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Oh, yes. Amphetamines.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it. I swear I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? How good of a detective are you, Kisaraki? Snort this, and then we'll talk. I'm thinking narcotics, perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
Is it below our pay grade? What is our pay grade? Because we didn't even have, like, $1.50 to give to the innkeeper. What exactly is our pay grade? He points to the ladder in the corner.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
And what drugs will we need after a massive hangover? Listen, you only get hungover when you're not drinking anymore. So the key to not getting hungover, is to just keep drinking. You heard it here. Miyagawa Kitseki. I'm a good influence. Revachol. It's pronounced Revachol. Okay. These barrels are half full of rainwater. I want to... There's something else down there. Oh. Is this a jacket I can wear? I want to inspect this. Can I not... Just... What? Can I not see it from here? Where do I have to be to see what this jacket is? Oh, I have to be like up there. But why? I can see it just fine from here. It's like right above me. But I need to be like here to see it. Okay. Oh goodness, I can tell that's gonna be annoying. Alright. Okay, I can't see what that is. The doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Oh, this is another way. Okay. I see what they're saying. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this is another way into the... Okay. Actually, we don't have to talk to the racist. Actually, okay, so I'm going to keep this in mind for later. But I actually want to go back. Wait a minute, no, I need to go through the door. Okay, this layout is a little hard to perceive. Because I want to talk to the gardener girl, and get the gloves. So I feel like that's also important. But also, there's some cash that I want to pick up too, so I can pay the innkeeper. Let's see, how do we get out of here first? In the first place. Oh yeah, this way. Rue de Saint Ghislaine. Ghislaine. 8B. You can pick them up if you had a bag.
This Poste Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
By sets. Mail collection box, you should man the fuck up.
The mailbox does not know how to man up. It is an inanimate object.
That poor mail delivery box. Okay. Yes.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I? We don't see a lot of police around here.
I have
Of
some
course.
questions for you.
What can?
Need
Of course.
directions.
Where to?
What is to the
The harbor
east?
gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local. No problem.
Who are you exactly?
I am just a gardener. I am working. I
Okay.
have a greenhouse.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
Go
As
on,
you
it's okay.
probably know.
Don't worry, miss.
Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir. Of course.
Her gloves.
Can I borrow your
Sure.
gloves?
Keep
Yep.
them.
Thank you. Okay. And that's from Lori. Let's see, there was nothing there. There was some more. There was some more Real somewhere around here. I forget where it was. Oh, right. There was Real and medicine in this bin right here. Oh, shoot. Oh, not there. Foreign car, kept in good condition. Oh, but that's enough, right? I just need. Didn't I just need 60 real to pay the innkeeper? I think it was 60. Hi.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free
Frit.
to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine
You
are you
mean
reading?
this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police.
Then it
We're
looks
the
like
real
you.
police.
What
I
is
don't
this
know. Frit?
Why is it written with 3
I think
T's?
they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It
Funkier.
doesn't.
She chews on her gum and with disgust. There's some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so
How long has it been
I don't know really long.
Alright, she
Uh-huh.
doesn't know anything. She really doesn't know anything. Melancholy pop song plays on the radio. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. Doesn't seem like I can actually buy anything here. Even if I had money. Okay. Here's the inn. So, I'm not going to talk to the racist, but I am going to talk to the people around the racist.
can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes, have you got it? A
How much
lot.
are you-
For the drinks and broken window, 70 real.
Oh, 70 whole real, not 70 cents. Alright, cool.
Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
I've seen something here at the Whirling Guards. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
Saw a sign that the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Retaliate. It's a shame you gotta suck to the Union to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We
How do
don't.
find them?
We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
Okay. So you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, stripe posters, some red pennants. Summer door closed for winter. And this must be the winter door that gets closed for summer. Okay.
Scott?
Let's see. What do they have different doors for the seasons? That's kind of weird. Might be. It might be the direction the wind blows or something. Like maybe the wind blows from one direction in the summer and the other direction in the winter. Maybe if it's right
Good
to it.
one, officer. Don't worry. We here have solidarity with the RCM. Imagine, you cops going on a strike. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is.
Thinks in the size.
Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
So I gotta get moving. Let's see a door locked by electronic means. The lock picking a door taking this one. There's your head. Okay, so I can talk to them. Okay, I thought I was missing something. Well, cause I was, cause like after I went to bed last night, I was like thinking about things I could have done to like change the situation. And I remember like, oh, I never actually talked to the people around that fucktard. It turns out I can't anyway, so I didn't actually miss anything. He just cannot be reasoned with. So then we will take the secret back route, thanks to our incredible perception. And actually, look at this. Poster says, "Get out of the way or get fucked up." By who? Okay.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down, a trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else, but you know it's a cop's cloak.
A
Yes,
cop's cloak!
Probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
You judge us the
You
drop.
could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, no. Yeah, not right now. Let's save that for another time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Still weird to think that the Nazis invented Fanta. Did they really? How did I get out of here the first time? Wait a minute. Wait, I walked out of here, didn't I? Shouldn't I walk out to the balcony from here? Why can't I do it now? I'm not gonna ask if I'm an idiot, because like that answer is obvious. But auto save. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay, it was from here, I think. Is it not here? No, it wasn't here. God dang it. Mother, father, cocker spaniel. I walked out of here. I think the big metal grid is how you get back. No. I'm not trying to get back. Didn't I? Can't I walk out? Can't I walk out into the harbor from here and bypass Measurehead? That's what I'm. That's what I'm wondering. Look, I know I get back to the shed through here. But like I thought that I was able to like walk through here. Maybe I was wrong. Because that can't just be nothing. It can't just be nothing. It's gotta be a thing. What am I missing here? This pathway right here is what goes to Measurehead. So I would need to go through here. even be here? If it doesn't actually go anywhere. It's very confusing. Okay. I guess I need to find another way. Because Measurehead is a lost cause. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. The cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. What's this little child
Hello,
next to
sir.
it?
Step right in. The store is open.
Young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the
I
law.
know, sir.
She stumps her feet to feel warmer.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is
It's
this
a
anyway?
bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Asterisk.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a
That
book?
is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really
Failed,
long
challenging
letter.
12 versus your total 9. Alright. I failed a check I didn't know I was taking.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
What's a board game?
games are like little
Succeeded.
games on the table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but same
Nidara!
by cards.
Hello! How are you doing? You're obviously asleep. I wish I was asleep too. Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
but
I'll
ask you
try
some
to
question.
answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Who are these famous
Oh,
people?
Kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek that continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Easy 8 versus your total 9. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm guessing I'm doing well. Oh, do I have to answer correctly? Is that what the deal is? Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show him.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. My name is
What is
Annette,
your
sir.
name?
My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store.
Plaisance.
She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes are wide, as if recalling
Feel
something.
free to step in and browse our wares.
You're sitting out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold.
Cold, can I help you
Kind of
something?
you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Revolution!
no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or
I
something?
do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't school more important than
Mum
this?
says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
How's the business going, by the way?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed? In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up!
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
I don't think curses are real. Sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Should have makes a note in his
Yes,
notebook.
please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were asking about famous people.
Shut up for a second, Cam.
No such
Plasmic
thing.
manifestations. Lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
What do you know about the other failed
Nothing really,
businesses?
sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
What about the curse for
Maybe
now?
I can tell you about some of our books instead.
You can stop calling me sir. I am but a
No,
working man.
sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
I get you. For example, can stop making this face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
Okay, bye. See you around, Annette.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming
From
from?
a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
That's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately. They really remember me when I got my hand crushed and died of a heart attack, yo.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it.
I
In
got
an
a
iconic
thought.
monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
In. Alright. That did something. Oh, I already looked at those. A book about Boydero culture promotes freedom and roaming upstream. To Washington? A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Alright, Schizo. Oh, you're a healthy lady, aren't you?
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Oh no.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. Curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes, Helps to have an anchor in these times.
She clutches the pendant and narrows her eyes as well. So, you're the owner of the store.
Am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
I'm not gonna ask her for money. Her voice is high-pitched as if to give it more penetration.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Your daughter's the one sitting outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. 10! She is a 10 out of 10! Gold star. Lily, very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. Ready to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
Alright, let's show you
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
How many books have you sold in the past week?
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
What if I want to buy
Then
a
why
book?
are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
She fiddles with the pendant and waves her bony fingers directly at you. I'll take a look.
She
then.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Then why are you talking to me?
What type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
You even know what books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose.
What if it's a book of poetry?
But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Where do you learn about the important things then?
The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand. Truth be told, but you don't learn about the important things.
Shouldn't a shopkeeper know about her wares?
I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine. The truth is available if you just know where to...
She smiles and nods.
For now, book peddler. Those books magazine tucked away in the dark corner.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wirral? Board games you have
Wonderful
here.
board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I might have one of
Who
those.
are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends?
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Yes, kids, friends, chicks, I have all
Then
those.
you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures.
She fills with a pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
So what about all these Viral
Lousy
things?
auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
What do you mean those kinds of things? This lady doesn't seem like a very good saleswoman. No, not at all. Because she doesn't know what the fuck she's selling.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them though.
She looks at the table, crossing her arms. It's time to leave. Book collects the national recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
What's all this crime fiction?
Crime, robberies, murders,
She
even
lowers her
sexual
voice.
crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
You had to have had sex at least once to have a daughter.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Yeah, real detective work isn't that fun.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Why is this getting so real
Not
all of a
single
sudden?
mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh God,
Shelves
no.
filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
A quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid.
The plaque
Candigan.
on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note on this
I
shelf?
would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Innocentic power.
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law
You
officer,
mean Pope
and law
Innocent?
officers have at least some education.
Who
The book
was
is also
not
very
innocent
daring.
at all?
The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
Yeah, everything is so orderly now.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Something personal inside. Okay, I can't afford it right now. Another boring book just discarded here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Paranatural. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Amidst the
shelf.
various books, you
What?
find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say
The
anything
book
else?
features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just
sounds pretty
mundane
awesome.
garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
An empire. Find something truly otherworldly. Heard about the curse.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the
The
pale?
book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this
The
book
book
about?
contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire.
Le territoire.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting
This game
one's
is very
naked body
French.
with a venik or hand broom,
Maybe.
made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds
It is
painful.
supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation. It
What
also
else?
recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
And what does this pale aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Should probably get my hands on some of that. What else
For
is
general
there?
health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale. Though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's
anything
an
else in
entire
that?
section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
I probably need that.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
Medicinal purposes of the pale. I have to keep this place in mind, because I am skint broke right now. I also need to find... So... Adri's broken window chips his windows. You got a bag in your hand. I think they let these bottles and sell them. Here's a distance full of seabirds. Things I've seen and said. Is this a bag? Oh shit! Yellow plastic bag. Oh heck yeah! Time to collect some bottles, mother effer. Can I not?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little
The
viewer.
metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
I'm gonna leave. Lonely cormorant surveys the area. Air surveys the sea, and different from your approach. Why did I see area? Oh, shoot. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Conceptualization Impossible 18. Why am I looking at this wall? I'll save that for later.
What's that noise down there?
Garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. And now with that,
There must be another way into the building.
It's been a week and now they show up?
why did his voice come through my headphones like that? I scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Why? Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Oh my god. It came through like double and like both of my ears. It's a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Turn shit just a little. Someone is watching from within.
So much for a quiet smoke.
Hi.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
You look like a drummer,
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Choose a young man, trouble's found you. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already
There's
in
no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He says, Sorovos.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to
Is
you.
it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
I'm just scared.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me
My
your name?
My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez. As in Martinez, the city that we're in?
Martin Martinez, good local name. Let's go with that.
It's like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the
I'd
hanging?
even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Pretty sure I
No,
did.
not you. Some more muscular type.
Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something
Last
down.
week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windowsills and dead houseplants. Too late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
Oh, okay.
It was my Sunday friend.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Sunday friends.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing. What's your friend's real name? Did you see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing No with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
I'd even go so far as to
We will remove the...
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Did I?
No, not you.
And when did you...
Last week?
It'll take...
You didn't...
It was my...
Makes sense. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under...
No. We won't.
Takes one last drag of a cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Convince him to stay! Wait!
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Listen, I'm just trying to make things okay. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. The flick of his wrist is singing the cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. A stone next to the front door. That stone?
He's gone.
Should run after him.
No
See where
point
he
in
went.
running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
just
He could
give
be
up.
a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Tenant also with a small rock and a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. The stone?
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Oh,
This must be
yes.
for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one? There's only one thing to say. 3 words for you. Fuck you, bitch. Alright. Thank you, Mayor.
We'll just have to go in and see.
I'm glad you're always on track with the conversation. Eviction notices and missing pets or plasters on top of each other. So wait, they just put the eviction notices on like the notice board in like the middle of the building? Like you just come in one day, not even making it to your flat in the first place, and just look at the notice board and you see your name. It's just like, oh, you've been evicted. And it's like, cool, thanks. I'm mostly struggling to pay attention. My ADHD is really bad. Yeah, there's a lot to follow here. Glasses! Flip up glasses, the auditor. Can I equip things? No, wait. Oh yeah. You need to hold the bag. There we go. Now I am wearing glasses. Box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. You ever do a chatting stream where you just look at memes and discuss random stuff? I would like to do that. See, the thing is, I don't get enough viewers to make that kind of thing like worth it. Cause if like the way like just sharing streams work is that you need to have like a lot of people there to like carry a conversation. And like if I only have like 2, 3 people, and if someone's not following it, or if people, or if like those, or even if like even one person isn't engaged, then it's like it falls apart. So that's why I don't like to do just chatting streams that often. Now see, I can do anime streams on my own, cause I love talking about anime like regardless. Like I don't need. It's nice to have people to talk to or to like respond to what I'm saying, and or like just for me to have like ideas to bounce off of. But if no one's there, I can talk about anime for like forever, just on my own. Like that doesn't bother me that much. But like just like talking about memes, it's like I would need. It's something that I would like to do, but I would need to have a bigger audience to make that kind of thing like sustainable, you know? And I'll shoot at boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment 12, a loud rumbling snow comes from within. Is this an apartment? Commodore Red. Magnesium. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. 42 cents! Someone has drawn a 5-point star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Let's use some chain cutters here to cut the shackle.
Why would we want to break into some random citizen's apartment?
Snip, snip, my
The
friend.
lieutenant doesn't say a word. His face white, clear of any emotion.
I suppose if one were committed to it, there's a pair of chain cutters in the kinema.
In the kinema. I thought those were shoes. Okay. Oops. There we go.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
10.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. It's the police, open up!
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door, and Jonah's now getting a defensive
Do
edge.
you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. A poor communard from the...
Okay, so I need to have a reason to come in. Boogie Street 46. I do not know what that is. Door number 9 is locked. Number 9. Whoa! $7.50! Oh, heck yeah, I'm going to Mickey D's. Am I just looting right now? Apartment 8, that mailbox is overflowing. Oh, man. The graffito says a firing squad for the rich.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment. Alright, moment's over. An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. This won't take long. I only have a few questions. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing. Red spots appearing on her cheeks.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now,
Empathy.
what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residents.
Oh, good idea, voice in my head. Looking for Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
You don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martinez. He told me he's Martinez.
Brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Tim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke there.
Yikes. I should have had rhetoric.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
How about a young man in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony? Know where he lives?
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Thanks, I'm off. Don't die, please, madam. You're very nice. Okay. On the balcony. Note reads foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Sea below looks cold and winter gray. Okay, let's go to the balcony. These work is stuff. Take breaks, talk to strangers, explore.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl sails the sailboat by the pier. Alright, maybe I'm gonna go.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Why does the Avatar spirit like women? Here she is bi, Korra being Korra, for example. I mean, some people are gay, including avatars. Like the Avatar spirit is not the people who become the Avatar, you know? The Avatar spirit just becomes part of certain people. Like Juan was still Juan before and after he was the Avatar. Korra was Korra with and without the Avatar spirit. Like, those people are still who they are without the Avatar spirit. It just so happens that the Avatar spirit chooses to become part of them when they were born. But it probably doesn't have anything to do with their sexuality. Like a lot of female avatars are bi or gay. Just a strange coincidence. We don't know anything about Yang Chen. We do not know what Yang Chen's sexuality is, if she even has one. That one hasn't been explored yet. And I mean, would you have noticed if she may not like any gender. Yeah, exactly. So it's probably like a non thing. Like it just so happens that some avatars are bi or gay, and like but like most of the avatars are straight. It's like just like everyone else. Like some people are straight, some people are gay, some people are bi. It's like not really a thing. You just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Stay chum with me. So your blood type and go from
Go
there.
where? Accosting a minor?
Is she a minor? Avatar. Being sexual inclusive since 2012.
Listen to your partner, pigman. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
What's the recent is that heavy
Red
fuel
dyed
oil?
heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
He says, studying the contents of Cindy's bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
That's some clever cultural
You
commentary.
ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
That
We
really
weren't
is.
put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Keep looking off to the side. What are you
The
looking
lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
at? She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
She looks rich. Maybe she has money.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Who is
Probably
she?
the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Okay. Catch you later,
Watch your
Cindy.
back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Thanks, Cindy. Most checks have secret difficulty modifiers. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Enough cold to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Smells like her. Ooh. Are those cutoffs? Labor jeans. Whoops. Oh, I should have been wearing the gloves. Interfacing. Bye bye bugs. God ads. Oh, yes. I look a hot mess right now.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
These gloves are ruining my style. My style that I definitely have. wish I could just walk out of doors instead of interacting with them. On the tops above, charts flapping the wood and forgotten hammers and nails rust. Door is locked, you can't get in. Okay. I need to reach the balcony from another inn. No. Oh, wait, this is the other end of the building. Okay, yes, okay. Alright, so I do need to go down the other side of the hallway. I remember. I came this way to get there in the first place. Martin is at number 28.
Yes?
No.
What do you want to know?
No.
Good.
Shoot. Okay. Cool. Number 28. Number 28. Complete silence. Whoever lives here is at home. Number 30. Okay, so this is 28 then. Voices from within, sing along to some brilliant dance track.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Reaction speed.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
So I'm taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today. No one answered.
We should return tomorrow.
Yes, okay. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Gotta have the cactus. Alright, no one's here. Okay. Breaker boxes full of cigarette butts and electric wires. This place is in good upkeep. Where's the rich lady? And missing parsley sage.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
The
star
closer.
and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What is it evoking?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Nothing at all yet. Okay. Alright, so tomorrow, 9 p.m. this lady. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Guilain, 33A. Your room in the whirling. Ah, shadows on the water, green plants under the calm surface. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. Not from a
A
superstar.
striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds her hand out over the railing. Joyce said, what does the L stand for? A little foggy here. Joyce said, what does the L stand
Peyton,
for?
my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight
I
and
was
cold.
dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual.
I died.
But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting.
She turns
I
to
wish you a swift
unfazed.
recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
You're on a boat. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? Tell me about the strike. Tell me about this lynching. You know something about these tattoos. You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous
A
hair.
well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah,
Now
so?
look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, I never did take a shower, did I?
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I should make my own goddamn money by now.
Maybe you could ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job. But you're sure as hell too ashamed to ask for cash, buddy. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's
signs of
any
something
way I may
get
need
back again.
assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Felician, say it. Can I have some money? Let's start with this. Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed.
Almost takes
I'm
the
afraid
photo,
this
but
is a
it stops.
discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
You know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Can you tell me about the
Everything.
strike?
Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this
I
precisely?
believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, the talk's going before the lynching. Well, tell me about this behemoth. Tell me about Measurehead.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no.
I thought I was leading the interview.
Both
Hey, wait a
times
minute.
The union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
That's not bad, actually.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I mean, yeah, oh god, that's complicated. Well, yeah, idealistically, it sounds like a good thing. Making the workers part of the board. But yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Over aggressive coming posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
That puts it into perspective. That's a bad idea.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
It's pretty funny, I have to admit. Workers can't be kings. The king is king. The king is dead. Long live the workers. It's pretty funny, I have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
Well, what are you going to do? Pull a movie studio with SAG after and just wait until they're all wait until they can't pay their rent or buy groceries?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Do you know who was lynched? Was there a person on the board of Wild Pines? Is it one of the scabs trying to take the jobs of the people that are going on strike? Is it a union member? Like, who was it that got lynched?
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
What about this union boss, Mr. Clare?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Sounds like you're reading from the back of a leaflet.
Of course not. Evrart is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that
He is
bad?
the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There are two of them?
Yes,
Shut the magic
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Evrart does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Evrart and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
basically a socialist mob? Prefer not to have an opinion on these things. That'll be the responsible answer. So it's a giant leech looking to laugh at a Revachol.
Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
So what happened to this Gaumon?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Alright, okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
Happens to this Gaumon. Scabs at the gauge. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Rhetoric. Easy success. Okay. If it was, she wouldn't be able to tell me. But not right now. She didn't say no. She didn't say it wasn't. That means that they are. That they are, and that she probably didn't have anything to do with it. You said something happened in the election.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Change the
Of
topic.
course. How else can I help?
So what can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to
I
it.
see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city,
Oh
nothing.
dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Oh, will she still tell us?
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
It's reasonable.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
She's
Oh!
a negotiator.
72%?
Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Yeah, I thought it was going so
This
well.
woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Could just, find my badge?
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Suppose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do then?
Core
Please.
competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
How much in profit?
A billion?
The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary.
Failed.
But they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
So where does Wild Pines get all these
They
billions?
started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas. 250
All these
years ago,
countries
when pine
mean
ships
nothing to
explored
me.
the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this? Take a look around.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
It's quite the endeavor indeed. Ah. Here we go. You don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company is nothing without them.
We built this district.
He
All
says
the
calmly.
best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points behind you where the seawall
Before
rises.
Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees, a company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics.
Oh, those
Honestly,
are real
it might be
things.
quick to say what you can't make from the stuff.
The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
You want us to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Lorries. Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Wow.
She simply nods.
Okay. Say it. Can I have some money? Success!
You're doing it.
Help me, I'm poor. I need money to keep living. You seem rich.
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me.
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
I need 70 real.
That's a reasonable sum. Not too small, not fantastic.
She reaches and pulls out a zip bag. In it, you see paper notes arranged like black gills.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch. Whoa, whoa. Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot. Train money to
Nay, 'twould be dishonorable, and mine honor is my life.
Can you eat honor? I'm an omnivore. Give me a break.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
Thinking my head around this whole money concept. You're just helping me out. Certainly not. I am an honorable policeman.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective.
Leave.
Take care.
Hell yeah! Time to pay the hinkeep. Oh man, what a great I can't believe that worked. Holy shit. Alright. Where's the roundabout with the oh, I need to go this way. Let's see. Oops. I need to get back to the end. Oh no, wait, the end is this way. Here we go.
Can I help you?
So about that money.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well?
Slam the bills down on the counter.
Great. Perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself.
New skill point!
You've really worn down his patience. Even paying him.
By the way, if you hadn't paid before 9 p.m., your door would have been locked electronically.
He taps his foot against the metal box installed in the back part of the counter.
Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you. Got it? You've got nowhere else to stay.
Time stops advancing after 2 in the morning. If you haven't paid for your room by then, it's game over. Don't leave finding money to the last minute, however. It's harder to make cash after nightfall when the shops are closed and the streets empty.
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
He looks at the lieutenant, avoiding your gaze.
Another thing. Great. I love... Yes?
Alright, goodbye. Okay. So this is where we are going to close off for now. Okay, so we have a lead, kind of. And we need to find this this driver that is transporting drug ingredients through Wild Pines from the harbor to Jamrock to be processed. They're in a roundabout in a lorry. I don't know where that roundabout is, actually, but I will find it by tomorrow. So, thank you everyone so much for joining me tonight. Please follow if you haven't already so you do not miss out on all this awesome content. And until next time, Ja Mata. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.